hopes they spur his team on, that they show them, hey, you're in these games. They just got to do little things better here and there to turn the L's into W's. Right down.
There's steal by Flagg in the open floor. Hey! The same goes back to Flagg. Flagg on the attack.
And this is a young man that averaged over 20 points a game last year. So coming in, he hasn't really been able to get his scoring touch going. As Cooper Flagg is absolutely...
Proctor thought about it.
Zone defensively from BC.
Flagg slams it in.
Extra last year, 10 and 9 assists. That's going to be a shot. Flagg inside the
Carolina. 6 offensive rebounds, and 4 of them have been team rebounds. In fact, the ball just went out of bounds, and they kept it.
And Flagg tonight, 42-35. Wade trying to make a game of it. Flagg slamming on the brakes off back deck, but a big one here. And it puts the Tigers back in the lead. Flagg, a lot of contact, and
Flagg, 2-man pick and roll. The roll! Oh! Right over Madunga!
Knipple back out for Flagg. Trying to get around Powell, and a strong move.
Carolina could go all of 6-1 with an incredibly impressive. Flagg trying to drive on Withers. The pull-up with only 3 North Carolina turnovers. And the Heels have not missed a shot in the second half. Flagg going out what Carolina wants. It gets Duke out in transition. And
They had Hunter Silas primarily at the point guard position.
Flagg wide open for a triple.
Clock was getting close to the end.
Flagg will drive it, leaning in, takes it, makes the basket. Cooper Flagg, of National Player of the Year candidate, will pull up and fire.
It's over the Portland Trailblazers in overtime.
Flagg sizes one up, and yes.
To grow each and every timeout, again, becoming a much better defender.
Getting about 18 minutes a game. Flagg on the attack, and the foul tip. 6 to shoot. Flagg pulls up and drains it.
Yeah, races my little sis, of course. Former Nike executive.
time down, and they have their hands all over it.
Working against into the second half. Both teams are in the 1-1, and Duke by 26. And here goes Flagg. Yes, sir. Now. And Cooper Flagg with the steal. And here he goes. Lay it up.
30 right there. 18 years old with maybe the highest IQ in the nation. Short offensive rebound to Malawaj. Flagg driving. Flagg determined to get.
I mean, you see the banner 2023. That was just 2 years ago. This is the Final Four team. He never would have let me do it either.
Proctor, great bounce pass from Flagg.
Oh, God.
And Flagg.
Regaus. Ball stolen. Here's Flagg. Here comes Jake Tate.
That's, I think, where some conditioning with eventual pieces and not having his left.
Flagg off the bounce. Bump fade off the window. Flagg. Pull up 3.
Shot clock, whittle that down, 5 or 6 seconds. Flagg on the drive, puts the shoulder down, backs up.
You would probably been an NBA All-Star weekend.
That's right. Flagg on the attack, lays it in.
The issue is trying to stop Duke on this end of the floor. That's the problem. And again, it's not as though really anyone's been able to do it as Cooper goes down.
Absolutely gorgeous campus.
So, Obi, this is where I got to correct you on that one. All right.
Not a campus, right?
See? I think we basketball giving up a good shot for a great shot.
I'll tell you one thing. When you share the ball like that, there goes Mr.
And his big hands to avoid shot blockers going to the left hand and finishing off the glass.
He's coming up 27 against Cal and is on. Back it out beyond the three-point line. Working on Reno, head-to-head, and up and in.
High school undefeated season. Got younger boys. Give it back.
Flagg to Knipple over the top.
Likely in the coming years at NBA All-Star Weekend, where Kevin Hart, of course, normally is frequenting, but has a show here tonight.
Rebound. Proctor back for Flagg, open again, and give hits for the Cardinal. This is their 4th ACC road trip since January.
Very quickly as James handles the possession. Flagg Ball away, left of the lane is good.
And well, then you were. I'm making one exception.
Biased, by the way.
I'm allowed one exception.
Here's Flagg on the drive.
Same Sissoko that we saw in Michigan State because he's playing completely different for Cal.
Yep. Long three, good. Is short off the front rim, and here's Flagg.
They just don't give you anything easy.
Cooper through traffic and one.
Being away from home, I think it's just too hard.
And I think the ACC can help by eliminating at least one of those trips.
I mean, he was just a man back then.
If Cooper Flagg is able to...
It's Duke on top, 16-12. A packed house here. Not a seat to be had. Cooper Flagg spinning inside minute here at Clemson. Stolen away by Cooper Flagg. And Flagg ahead of the field slammed.
Boys, Porcello, Adebayo, UB Brown, Marcelino. Right now becomes Cooper Flagg time. Whether it's a pass or whether it's a jump shot.
Flagg gets it up there and hits it, a triple. James on the drive, back for Flagg. Clemson by 2. 1 minute to go as Flagg launches. And three!
Cooper Flagg has not gotten a shot off in this game as of yet. First one.
And he rattles it. Flagg.
That's where he's going to get a shot.
Flagg. Will go to work on Davis. And the flip is good.
Flagg. Yes.
Tough shots for North Carolina.
Flagg will try a three. And he said the best thing he's just said is Flagg responds to that. Wants the criticism.
Spreading the floor against North Carolina for this last possession.
Flagg defended by Davis. Got a big size advantage. Tough turnaround. Go.
And after the miss, Carolina's going to be back to man-to-man.
Flagg wide open. Hits the...
They're in Pittsburgh squaring off against the Panthers.
Huge game in Pittsburgh. Is Cooper
here? Not tonight. Cooper Flagg looking to answer. Yes! At 15, plenty of time. Flagg again. On Hill, pulls up and pops. Flagg making a move to his left. Spins left. And the legend will be back courtside soon enough. Here comes Flagg on the drive with the left hand going. James off to Flagg. Yes, that's a bounce for Flagg. Flagg sliding in, banks it. It's a 17-1 run. Flagg got it.
somebody out there.
Johnson's third foul. Flagg will fire this one in possession. Cooper Flagg spinning, going in strong. So much on the line here today. Cooper Flagg penetrates and stuffs it. Well, James, Flagg, and Malowacz, the starting lineup here for John Shire tonight. Flagg with his first touch off the window. Flagg wants the ball, goes in strong for and a second effort, done but keeping it alive. Flagg slicing in for the slice. Cooper Flagg with a touch, spins and gets two. That could push you in so quickly in the opening seconds of the second half. Flagg again, not to be denied. On Benny with the block. Flagg from three. Yes, he game. About a 3.5-hour drive from his home in Newport, Maine. For friends and family, he'll drive it in tight.
The nipple is knocked. Flagg a three. Rattles in. Unbelievable. You're Hannah Hidalgo playing for Neil Ivey at Notre Dame, Corey. Holy smokes.
But I tell you what,
Olivia Mock tournament appearances. Kick out Flagg, a three from the front is good.
All five guys stand to rebound before they leave.
And Burton listed at 6 foot, might be closer to 5.
Bodies instead of open court.
A good look in the corner for Flagg. Boy, patient and unselfish.
What a pass.
Yes, this wanted it to go this far. Flagg over Davis.
Toward the baseline, toward the corner more than toward the basket. Can't foul there.
Flagg driving on Davis and scores by Malowacz.
three. Broken play action. Burton switches on to Flagg. Flagg gets into the paint.
Years for him. Spent 7 years beside him as an assistant coach.
Ball flip to Duke. Here's Flagg. Good look. 12 baskets on 10 assists for Duke. Flagg gets a touch and knocks it. Flagg, can he top what he just did a moment ago? Into the game. Had 8 assists in their victory over SMU. In dish of 2. Flagg looking to work. Yes.
Single pound since he walked out of Duke. He looks like he can give you about 15 minutes to probably get you 10 to 12 points. There's Flagg. Little
Scene is that SMU has missed up their coverages from man to zone. They're flaring out, being a little bit more physical, a little bit more help. That last.
Here's James. And there's Flagg wide open. Man, oh my goodness, are you?
Gets us started. Here is the freshman Flagg. The up and under on shoot. And
Wall alone.
quick pass, Flagg, the catch, dunk. And
He comes in the game and he's ready to let it go.
Yep. Here's Flagg alone. There's a long miss by the Blue Devils. Proctor now off the reset. Flagg with the 2 fouls for free.
Points of weakness at times for his team this year, so they're still trying to work on that.
And Duke is one of the best defensive teams in the country. Flop the miss. Here's Flagg now. Oh my, catch. Nice dribble. Back in, layup, good.
Effort by Burnham to get the 2 points.
Flagg working against Burnham. Takes him on the dribble with the left.
And the pressure Duke has been able to put on the ball. If the guards can't see to throw it inside, it's hard for Poteet.
Terry loses control to Proctor. Here is Flagg on the run. And the stop. Brown for Flagg. Got a screen from Isaiah Evans. And Malowaj just right over the top of Mutombo. And then nobody guards Cooper.
Duke. The pull-up jumper, yes. Floater, not so much.
Flagg for 3.
6'9", you're trying to shoot a 3 over him. Good luck.
And now a mismatch in the post on Newton. And back to Flagg. And he is.
Here's the zone again. They match up very quickly, though.
Flagg.
I mean, Flagg comes in on the season shooting only 22% from beyond the arc.
You didn't like it? I don't know that that ball was going in or down, but it was close. Flagg. Flagg up and under. Evans off the mark. Tapped away by Cooper Flagg. That's just a heady play by the 17-year-old. Counted in the foul. Crowd really wanted to see that go down, and now Cooper Flagg off to the races. Flagg takes it, goes to
9 points a game. That's unreal.
Flagg really.
So they've been tested as well. Flagg on the drive, the turnaround, tough shot. Advantage to the offensive end. The defense is expecting it. They're trying to block out, expecting it to hit the rim. Flagg gets a piece of it. It is his 3rd. He's still in the game. Flagg, a size advantage, and he drew with a broom on him. Tries to drive him, picks up his dribble. 3 to shoot. Flagg hits it. For Duke, made 6 threes, scored 18 points, has not scored, has not played a whole lot in the second half. Boy, Flagg.
But it comes in to make an impact.
James rips it away. Down the court for Flagg.
They set it up for Cooper. He had a 3, hesitates now. Mid-range game. And he's open. And 5 seconds on the shot clock. They're way out top. Here's Flagg. There's a flush. Said that to him. Go. Flagg. Left hand. Water.
With it for Duke.
And that's what it's going to take for Duke is 5 guys on the defensive glass every possession.
Nice kick from Proctor now. And he's bodying up on Flagg, and Flagg will win. Flagg into the paint, slams it. Knipple driving on a walk. A nice kick to Flagg. A three.
Efficient in his time at Wake Forest under Steve Forbes. And from three with that miss.
Flagg driving on Brea, and that's going to go but in the NCAA tournament, they have been as good as any conference. It'll be an interesting year in the league as Flagg lays it. Flagg for three. Yes! And a couple of assists.
Up and Gookie's defense has been at a different level in the second half as opposed to the first. There's the switch.
In Athens' defense, Cooper Flagg also did that in the previous game. Talking about the Wake Forest defenders being two.
Right back out high for Flagg. On the drive, the spin, the feed. Here's James.
When they're getting their offense, it's playing quick. Maybe not even a pass. They're being aggressive early.
Flagg the lob and Malawach.
Proctor, pick and roll with Flagg. He slips, power dribble, skip pass, rise and fire. Marciulionis.
6'6", big, strong.
Point guard. Not bad. Not bad at all. Flagg dumping it downstairs.
Well, we're so fortunate because now you've been with us for 45 years and changed the college basketball game, all because Red Auerbach got the best of you to train.
Who's had a big half with 11. Flagg rolling, draws the double. Knipple's the open shooter and knocks it down.
1,001 career points for Lampkin. Congratulations to him.
Position against some easy ones. Backdoor pass taken away by Flagg. Look at that pass. And James. 4 minutes into this one here at Cameron. Flagg posting the immediate double. Open is Proctor. Count it.
Done.
And now his second steal of the night. Up to Proctor for the slam. Powell guarding Flagg on this trip. Off to James. Muscles it up and in. 3 assists in this game. He's going to take a three and hit it. Three-point shooter on the season does not often look for that shot. Flagg swings it to Knipple.
Switching and their size has been really difficult.
And the size a factor there. And the
clock inside 10. Flagg on the spin, looking for room to operate. Got it downstairs. Off the window, Hillwood can't finish.
Trademark OB.
Here's Proctor on the run out. Proctor made
the coach the game. But they understand how important it is to root for other players
in the game. And Knipple, too, is up to 17 points. Underneath for an easy
now. And so is Patrick Gungba, by the way, for Duke, along with Caleb Foster. And Knipple for three, and he got it. Down the floor goes Flagg. Lob. Come on the hammer. To Virginia on Tuesday, and then SMU next Saturday to close the regular season. Flagg for Evans. 3-ball.
Their other losses this year, Kansas and Kentucky. Knipple opens the game. Around that. I want to see some diamond and one in the last 7 minutes. Malawach.
4 dimes per game. Now James for a jumper. And he finish. Flagg the other way, striding. Knipple driving. Reverse layup. Got it.
And now,
Jalen Blake,
Stanford Cardinal.
Yeah.
Jalen Blake, who has the highest increase in points per game.
Session of the night.
Seth Trimble guarding Cooper Flagg. He's given up a lot of size.
In transition. Malawach with the left. Stadium in Durham. 22-point lead for the Blue Devils. Flagg draws a double. Kicks to Knipple. And he gets inside. Score there. Had some good moments earlier in the year for Carolina. Has kind of fallen out of the rotation. Didn't play it all Tuesday.
backs up against it here in the first half, trailing 35-24. Flagg, nice dish downstairs. Including the ACC tournament, the NCAA tournament last spring. The roll for James.
With maybe one of their better performance of the season on the road tonight.
Flagg drives it. Shot clock winding down. ESPN. Flagg looking to go around the back. Got free. James will fire it up and switch.
Just not that good.
Not very good in any of it, really. Yeah. Shot clock down to 10. Knipple's open from the corner and got
20 seconds of trying to figure out what we're doing offense.
Flagg with a turnaround. Oh, what a great pass. Flagg gives up the dribble. Knippel stepping in the lane, banks in. Flagg gets it across. Gillis from the corner. Got it! He switches. Proctor finds him. Flagg. Kind of a choppy dribble. Great dish underneath for
in this game.
Back to Evans. Wants to launch again. He's hot.
Action tonight. Flagg baseline. Skip out for Gillis' three.
Extremely well finding the shooters.
Foster for Flagg. There's an extra pass. Knippel again.
Miami.
In 5 categories. Top 10 in the ACC in all 5, by the way. Here's James, a triple.
And he will watch 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. As Knippel finds Flagg, he finds Malawatch. Knippel back to Flagg, who's been shooting the 3 better of late. Proctor's been shooting.
To be close enough to him where a closeout is not necessary.
The coach's son averaging almost 16 a game. Shrewsbury, Knippel handling for the Blue Devils.
almost like a zone look underneath.
And that's here on the road.
You're right. If it's going to happen for Pitt, they're going to come back. Their guards are going to lead a Knippel down the lane. Nice adjustment.
Going down will get much more of an opportunity.
Flagg on the double. Nice pass.
Of course, for the Panthers, they're going to have to start knocking down some of those looks. But they're going to try to get back into this.
James from the corner and sinks it from 3-point.
Took over here in the second half.
Going around the back, draws 3. Here's Proctor open. He knocks it.
37-30, 1:30 to go. Flagg the alley-oop and a beautiful teams for Foster. Here's Flagg back in the game. Proctor, lefty Drizel. There's a turnover for SMU. Flagg to Gillis. Oh,
Gungba out front against Wessler. Here's Flagg on the catch. Knippel straight away.
Can't get inside.
How about the steal? Malawatch to Flagg against Burnham. Evans out of the corner. And we're happy to oblige as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very few things is important about choosing.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, the Panthers and Blue Devils. Here's Flagg. After the turnover, he'll leave it. Proctor will finish.
The redshirt freshman ends a 6-minute scoring drought in a 14-0 run. And then Knippel.
Flagg, another offensive rebound. James, a deep 3. Got it. Flagg, extra pass. Proctor. 3, Duke freshman projected to go in the top 10 in this year's NBA draft as Brown.
Shorten the possession, shorten the game, shrink the court as much as you can.
Malawatch the lob in the finish. He'll get it back. Proctor left wide open.
Oh, he will certainly not be without competition as this season moves along as Flagg gives it up to Gillis. And that's a 3.
Flagg. Proctor, good fake. The 3, yes!
Quiet night so far, 4 and 3 in 11 minutes. Flagg will get it to him. That's not quiet. Goma couldn't finish. And here's Flagg again. Great find in transition and a Proctor.
Face the floor, 5 out. They really don't throw it into the post very often. The double Flagg leaves a wide open shot from the. Is it only 5 years?
Oh, it's 4. It's 5. It's 5. This is 5. Yeah.
In the paint. Nice play.
Sion James both into the game. Flagg with a steal. Shovel past Proctor. His second three.
To the lane.
Good ball movement here by the Blue Devils. And Malawatch with a
fewer put. But I actually like this smaller lineup. I really think this was the group that moved the basketball really outside is telling you, go make money.
Flagg. Delicious.
He doesn't try to overdo it. I mean, simplify the game, and it comes easy.
Flagg to Foster.
Much has that impact, and again, like I said, Mark Williams did a few years back.
71-24 in case you didn't look at the TV wondering why these guys talking about onions. Here's Foster.
So many good teams in that league.
Yeah, that's a monster. But Cooper Flagg's made so many plays right in a row.
But they only have
7 second chance points. So Duke really hasn't made him pay yet.
James off the feed for Baltimore, who was first team All-Patriot League 2 years ago and is among the top 20. Flagg puts it on the deck. Malawach.
Keelan Steele starting this game, a guy who's really battled injuries, has redshirted the last 2 years.
Early here in the second half.
Flagg works to the baseline, finds Knippel in the opposite corner for three.
On the baseline, ready.
Powell is strong move, and it's Cooper Flagg.
Trimble. Whoa, Flagg got him.
He's had success taking on Malawach at times. Good pass fake.
Withers has it blocked by Flagg. Feels like a huge possession here for Carolina. The crossover by Davis. Cadeau, what a pass, what a block. Flagg got it. Luke.
Ready the 7-footer, 9 points a game. Backing into Malawach. And it was Cooper Flagg who came.
And those are shots that we've been used to seeing Proctor knock down.
Blocked by Brody looking for a screen. Great pass, and Flagg with it.
Brad Brownell, of course, trusts Chase Hunter so much with the ball as we get to the end of the shot clock.
Zachary with the drive.
Starling guarded by the much taller freshman Flagg. Starling rejected by Flagg. First from Canada is going to feel like he's flying on the 8 hours back home now. Flagg with a
at it. Now R.J. Davis, and that won't go down. And that's
a whole lot of scoring to bring them back and take the lead. 5 to get off a shot now. Johnson. Harris with a shot clock down to 1. And Flagg.
The team to Dallas taking on SMU. Chris Carroll coached the team and got his first win as the Duke head coach.
And he rolling.
His celebration's already set because, as you mentioned before, when he lets it go, he always thinks it's going in.
Came in 28 for 61 from 3. Brown on the drive, swatted away by Flagg again. Couple of blocks for him.
Nigatolu in traffic. SMU without a field goal the last 3.5 minutes. And there's some of that.
They didn't win they didn't win the conference tournament. I don't know that they get in.
Hayes is sent to him. Anderson delivers with a mid-range, no good. Cleared by Williams, no.
Edwards trapped on the base.
Burn makes a mistake, and Duke turns it into a 3 in transition defense.
Kelly through traffic. But boy, has it been fun. Isaiah Evans has checked in for the first time this half. As a team. Bryant defended by Proctor. And Bradley had it blocked.
That's really it. Rarely do we run a play to score anymore. If anything, that's just bad defense. One another. I mean, that's ultimately what's going to allow them to achieve at the level they expect to achieve. It's also going to be what allows
to the game. Away. Blocked from behind by push the middle of that league up.
Yeah, Pittsburgh off to a great start. Miami's got another really good team.
Notre Dame.
Because of how they shoot it, that contributes to that spacing.
Different. You see Caleb Foster on the floor, who gave them very good minutes offense, so he brings Isaiah Evans off the bench. Slim, who had 19 points in lead, Cooper Flagg's favorite NBA player, who happens to be celebrating his 27th.
Foster tried to wrap it through traffic. Isaiah Evans has got 17 now. And Cooper Flagg, and that one denied. Kofi got up there high for the block.
Big time
Against Clemson. Yeah, John Shar said you were right. He was under the weather.
Wisconsin played Wisconsin Lutheran High School in an undefeated season. Got younger boys up.
It's the story of the year, really, quite frankly, off the floor.
The West Joseph. Caleb Foster. Reason being, Caleb Foster does not have a field goal since the Miami. You got to play somebody.
Yeah, they're trying to cut back on the ACC.
Here's Steve.
Under a minute here at Clemson. Stolen.
Off the glass and get out in transition and get some easy ones. Backdoor
cross-court pass, the skip, beautifully done. That they normally can. So I think Arkansas has really got to try to punch the paint and drive the ball.
You saw Seth Trimble back into the game.
Have been very productive to start this game.
On the offense, SEC Player of the Week 3 times, Rookie of the Week 6 times. And good deny defense as he plucks it away. See with the possession arrow. It's been loud. It's been lively, too, thanks to the outstanding effort by the
Foul underneath on the bounce play.
Quite a turnaround there. They got it right the first time.
Able to get back in this game. They've mixed up their defense a little bit and been more aggressive, being able to touch the paint.
Then that helps you. But Virginia Tech just can't get inside because they're the ones who give you the most opportunity to advance. Now, they're the ones, they're the hardest to beat.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, the Panthers.
There's been outstanding, and in particular, I think Tyrese Proctor's pressure on the ball has really cut off
out of the rim.
Well, I don't understand the science of it, but the ball has to clear.
Evans off the mark. Tapped away by Cooper Flagg.
Evans. Jones, little stop and go. Lost it.
Great job by Tyrese Proctor to take away the back door by Mazzara.
Broom. Knocked away.
His game after Shea Gilgis Alexander. Dickinson. Oh, good help from
to Erskine, and then losses to Lipscomb and Presbyterian on the road. So a slow start for the Terriers. Deep in the clock. Here's